Hello, everybody. This is Joanne Lysiak. I'm with Empower Coaching Network, and I'm so happy to be here. Welcome to part two of our three-part series, which is wipe out negative thinking and negative results and increase the positive thinking and get the positive results. So as I mentioned, we're continuing on today. So I'm excited to be here with all of you. And I just wanted to first share with you what I am all about and how I help people. As a life transformation coach, I help aspiring coaches, high vibe women and men, and aspiring leaders to fulfill their aspirations. First step is we have to uncover what your aspirations are, and I mean your true aspirations. Second thing that we do is we figure out what's causing you to, be in a stop pattern or holding pattern so that you're not accomplishing it, and what's holding you back. And we get rid of those beliefs. Then we align the mindset to the aspirations so that you can actually get what you want. And then the fourth thing that we do is that we set purposeful goals, which is so important to have plans and goals so that you can achieve your goals. And the end result is greater happiness and fulfillment in your life. So that's what I get to do every day. And I just absolutely love working with people. So welcome here. If you're here live, if you would just check in, put your name, where you're from, and if you have any questions that you would like me to answer or any comments that you want to share, because we're actually having a dialogue. So we want to have conversations with people that are attending, and I can comment, you'll comment, ask questions, I'll answer questions, and I could do some coaching because that's what I'm about. I'm a coach. So if you're listening to the replay, thank you for listening to the replay and being here. And thank you for spending time on your personal growth. So today what I'm going to do is continue on with our topic. The first part that we did yesterday, we were talking about the environment and how you're influenced by others. And how your thinking is influenced by others and the environment. And today what we're going to focus on is you and how you contribute to your overall attitude and your overall feelings and emotions and thoughts and beliefs. So we're going to spend a lot of time talking about that so that I could really help you and empower you so that you know what to do. So hang out to the very end, because throughout the whole thing, I'm going to give you information, answer questions, but I'm also going to be sharing solutions for you, because it's important for me to empower you by giving you solutions so you know what to do. So stay tuned for that. So let me check in first and see who's here right now. Camden, hi Camden, good to see you. Oh, and my buddy Yvette, hi Yvette, wish you were here. Thank you for joining. So let's get started. This is really what I love to do, because I'm all about uncovering what's really going on, what your true beliefs are, what your true aspirations are, and what your gifts and talents are. So first, what we'll do is we'll talk about some truths, some universal truths and what we know. And I hope that you will understand this and start believing this yourself. But the first one is that you are powerful. We are all powerful. Everyone here is powerful. Hi, Espen. Good to see you, my friend. Everyone on this planet is powerful. We have a power source within us, and this power source can guide us and give us our answers. It's our intuition. It's the driving force, for us. We just need to connect. We need to go within to uncover what we're all about, what we really want, what's our vision, what's our mission, why are we here, and what are our gifts and talents. So the other thing is that you have gifts and talents to share. You have greatness within, and you've got these gifts and talents to share that are unique to you. No one else is like you. No one else has the same gifts like you. And it's, your purpose in life is to find out what your gifts and talents are so that you can live them. And when you live your true aspirations and you share your gifts and talents, you can be truly happy, because you're fulfilling your purpose, and that leads to happiness. So that is another truth. The other one is that your brain is so powerful. It is the most powerful force in the universe. It's the most powerful force. But here's the thing. We are only using about 5% of our capacity right now. 5%. So that might mean even some of the brilliant people, like some of the most brilliant minds out there might use 10%, but it's not as if we're using 90% of our capacity. So there's so much more potential. So if you think about it in those terms, if we're using around 5%, what is our ability with the other 95%? What could we do? We have no idea what our true potential is and what opportunities we have and what we can actually accomplish. So I'm going to check in here and see if anybody has any comments. Oh, thank you, Camden. So great to have you here. I've got some of my favorite people here today. So again, we have so much potential with the use of our brain. And if we're only using a small percentage, we are limiting ourselves with our limiting beliefs of what we can accomplish, of what we can do and what we can become, and more importantly, how we can use our brain, how we can use our mind to manifest our true desires and manifest our dreams. So that is something that we're going to talk a little bit more about today as well. And the other one is, the truth is that it's your choice. It's actually your decision. No one here is meant to be here to tell you what to do or to force you to do something. You have the ability to make choices and make a decision on everything in your life because you're in charge. You are completely in charge of your life. And it's really up to you because you have free will. So think about it when you were a child, or maybe you have children and think about it. And, you know, the very early ages of 2 and 3 is what they call the terrible twos. And at that point, the toddler usually starts, you know, acting out. And the reason being is because they want to take charge. They want to be the ones to feed themselves, to dress themselves, to pick out their clothes maybe. And so they get upset when they don't have their way. That's because they know that they have free will and they want to be able to make choices and decisions. And we're the same way. If we feel like we're controlled, if we feel that other people are forcing us or telling us what to do, maybe your significant other, maybe your parents, maybe siblings, maybe coworkers, and they're telling you what to do, then that's disempowering to you. So then you're creating some negative feelings, some negative emotions because of it, because you're not able to use your free will and make your choices. And so that really does impact you, and that impacts your happiness and your overall attitude of if you're positive or negative, because being disempowered for any period of time takes its toll on you. Now, if that continues on for a long period of time, and we're talking weeks, months, years even, then you're going to be shut down and your power is shut down basically, and you're not going to feel like you're in charge and in control. So you really have to be aware of that. And are you making decisions? And even if someone isn't telling you what to do or being in control, do you believe that you have the ability to make your own choices? Are you comfortable with making your own decisions and your own choices? Because I know as a coach, that's something that I work with my clients on, because they're shut down. They can't make decisions. They can't make choices because they probably hadn't been making a lot. And so they feel very disempowered and shuts them down. And so consequently, they're more negative. So ask yourself, are you exercising your free will and making choices and making decisions? And are you in charge of your life? So just, give that some thought and, think about that after the Facebook Live and see what you come up with. I always suggest that people go within because you have all the answers there. And, we're here to help you by asking you questions as a coach, but you got the answers within. You've got everything that you need within you. Another one of the truths is that you can be, do, have, and contribute anything you desire in your life. This is huge. This is huge because do you believe that you can have what you want? Do you believe that you can have a successful business? Do you believe that you can be in the love of your dreams, a relationship of your dreams? Do you believe that everything goes your way? Do you believe that you're going to be able to connect with your higher power and be very intuitive? Do you believe that you can be healthy? So if you don't believe that, then that is shutting you down and causing negativity as well. Because again, it taps in with your potential, your brain potential, the power of your mind. It taps into your free will and your choices and your ability to be in charge. And do you believe deep within that you can create the life that you desire, that it's really up to you and only you, and that you have the potential and the opportunity to do that? Because that will, again, either empower you so you feel good and positive, or you don't, and so you're going to be shut down and not try to create anything. So anybody have any insights to your ability to believe that you can be, do, have, and contribute anything that you desire in your life? Anybody want to share any insights that they have on that and how they fulfill that in their life? Because I want to hear from you. You guys are really powerful. You've got some great stuff to share. And the other truth is when you are disempowered, when you feel and believe that you don't have the power to make your decisions and to exercise your free will and make the choices that are right for you, or that you're not making good choices, and if things don't work out the way you want them to, that there's something wrong with you, you disempower yourself, and you again will shut yourself down and create a lot of negative emotions. So what I want to talk a little bit more about is, where do these beliefs that we have come from? When you have these overall feelings, where are they coming from that maybe you can't create something that you want, or it's too hard to do, or that you have to work really hard, or that you have to struggle in life? Where do those beliefs come from? Hi, Kim. How are you? Let's see. Kim, you've had some great results with your clients. It's when I believe in myself and what I do works. Absolutely, because it's your belief system, Kim. And I know in working with you how you are, and you work on being happy, you work on being positive, you work on your mindset, you work on your belief. And that's really what you have to do. Well, I'm glad you're here, Kim, and please continue to share. And I want to hear from other people here too. Espen, I'd love to hear from you because you've got some great wisdom too to share. So your subconscious runs the show. Your subconscious beliefs run the show. That's your automatic system. That's what, allows you to breathe. It allows you to walk. It allows you to talk, allows you to pick up something that you dropped. That's the automatic system, and that's your survival mechanism. So everything is recorded from conception to predominantly 8 years old, but throughout your whole life. But from conception to 8 years old, it formulates your beliefs and your belief system. And it has your thoughts, because your thoughts come from other people. It comes from influential people that you believe are authority figures. And so if you're not conscious about what you're thinking about and what you're doing, then the subconscious comes in. So let's just say that your dad was an entrepreneur, and he had struggled. He struggled most of his life as an entrepreneur, which actually happened in my family, not my dad, but I found out my grandfather. So kind of interesting, because I have two sides. One was very successful as an entrepreneur, one was not. So I had to look within and find out what was going on with me, because at times it was the same thing, like really successful, and then I felt the lull. And that was from the beliefs that came from my family. So you have to really look within and look at these beliefs and then get rid of them, get rid of the ones that are not working for you. And, I've got an energetic clearing technique that I use with my clients and on myself that works amazing. And it just gets rid of that so that you don't have to deal with that. But let's just say that your dad was struggling with business. And so you grew up with this. You saw this every day. You saw that your dad was struggling and people weren't paying him on time, and he had a hard time paying the bills. Your mom had a hard time. They're always having discussions about it, about how tough the business is. So that impacted you. You have some belief system that's based on that. And so now you're an entrepreneur and you want to start your own business, and you've got these feelings and these beliefs coming in to play in your recorded hard drive and coming out. So when you're doing the activities, you start feeling, oh my gosh, it's really hard. It's a struggle. I don't know if I'm ever going to be successful. And those are the negative beliefs that really take over. And so those are the beliefs that you really have to address. And it's not enough that you just say, well, I'm going to think positive thoughts. You know, Bruce Lipton, in his book, Biology of Belief, he had researched how your epigenetics really are the contributing factor. And if you don't change that, you don't change your thoughts, you don't eliminate them, they're still going to be there. So you're going to have them constantly come up, which is not a good thing. So let me see what you're saying here, Kim. Do clearing technique on yourself. I would also, where'd you go? Oops, where did your comment go, Kim? I lost your comment. Somewhere it went away. So Kim, you were talking about the belief, the technique that I use, and you know it because you went through my coaching program. So you know that technique. Let's see if I can find it here. It just disappeared, Kim, your comment. If you could give it to me again, because I just was able to read half of it. But you were talking about the emotional clearing technique that that I use. And really what it does is it gets to the core of what the subconscious belief is, and it releases the emotion that's attached to it, because there is an emotion that's attached to these beliefs. You know, when your dad was saying that business is a struggle, he probably was frustrated, or maybe he was angry, or he was in disbelief. And so you picked up that feeling, and then that became a feeling that you have when you think about your business. So Kim, here we are. So Kim, the emotional clearing technique, what it is it's an energetic technique. And since everything is energy and we have stagnant energy within our body, those emotions get stored in our body. So for instance, this is based on Chinese medicine, anger gets stored in your liver. And so if you're an angry person, you may have some liver issues, as far as maybe you're clogged in the liver. You might have a fatty liver. Sometimes that happens. Fear is stored in the kidneys. And so you may have some kidney issues. You might feel, your your lower back is hurting, which is a sign of kidneys. And so the fear gets stored there, and worry gets stored in your gut. So if you have a lot of worry and a lot of doubt, that gets stored, and you might have some gut issues. But when you do this emotional clearing where it's stored there, you just release it. So it literally dissipates. And so the charge is gone. So you may still have the recollection of your dad saying that business is challenging and it's a struggle, but you don't have that emotional charge anymore. So it's like a chain holding you back, and you kind of clip the chain and now you're free, but you have to create new beliefs. That's the thing that's really important. It's not as if you don't have to do work. You have to create new beliefs to replace those limiting beliefs. And that's the important part of the coaching process that I use, is that I can release the blocks with you and the emotions with you, because we work together as a team. However, you have to be the one to replace it with new beliefs. So your belief would be that, I believe that I have the capabilities and I have the potential to have a successful business. I believe that business is easy. I believe that it's fun to work with my clients. So you have to change your beliefs, and you have to keep sinking those in so that it replaces the old beliefs, because you have the old beliefs that you got rid of, but you have that void there, and now you got to fill it up with good stuff. So it's very scientific, and that's the thing. It's just, it's not just woo-woo. It's very scientific, and it really works. And Bruce Lipton, in his book, Biology of Belief, basically says that in his experience, that you really have to have it cleared for it to be gone and to have an impact on you. So that's the important thing there. Let's see. That's what I love. Oh, good. Good. It gets rid of the emotional charge. Yeah, absolutely, Kim. And I know you're having great results with your clients too. So it really works. I had my class yesterday with people that are going through the coaching certification, and I introduced them to the clearing technique, and we did a clearing technique there, and they know energy work, and they were just blown away by the way they felt. They hadn't felt like that from a technique. So it is really powerful, and really blessed to be given that to help people to clear. So your subconscious, you really want to get rid of those beliefs because you don't want to go through the wall all the time. You don't want to go relive those emotions. You don't want to go through that because it weakens you. It weakens your body, and it can make you sick. Because again, when your muscles are weak through applied kinesiology, that weakens your body, and that could be all your muscles, the heart, your organs and glands. So best thing to do is get rid of it so you don't have to go through the charge, you don't have to deal with that, and then you can just, create what you want. And that's the wonderful thing to do. The next thing is that your negative thoughts, these beliefs, they're 95% false. So all these beliefs that you got from other people, from authority figures, now they come from parents, they come from siblings, they come from friends, anybody that you considered authority figure. They come from religious figures. If you went to church, if you went to the synagogue, you pick it up there. You pick it up from friends, parents, from your older family members as well, cousins, aunts, uncles. You get it from the media. You get it from TV, radio, movies, just celebrities, influential people. You pick them up from there. So 95% of your thoughts and beliefs are false. They're limiting. They're not yours. You had not chosen to pick it up. You just picked it up. So if you have the conscious belief that you want to be successful, but you have the underlying belief that this is a struggle, which one wins out? It's the subconscious. So that's why it's important to really address it and spend the time doing the work to clear that. But there's a system, it works, and you can change that really easily. The next thing that you really want to do is know that the subconscious does run the show, but you have to be conscious. You have to consciously, be aware and not let things in. So let me ask you this. How often are you conscious about what you're thinking? How often are you conscious of what you're reading, what you're listening to, who you're listening to, what they're saying? Are you conscious about it? Are you conscious about how it's going to impact you? So ask yourself that, and I'd like to hear some answers there, because when we drift off and we're not present and mindful, then we go somewhere else. Our mind goes somewhere else. The subconscious takes over at that time. So you have to be deliberate and intentional and be present. And that's why mindful is so important, to be really mindful of what you're doing, what you're thinking, who you're listening to, so that you are conscious of what you're picking up. And then you're conscious of, we learned this yesterday, to say cancel, cancel, if somebody says something that you don't agree with. Because when you're listening, I listen, I'm like, oh no, don't believe that, cancel, cancel. And then I don't pick it up at all. But if you walk away from them, you don't pick it up either. It's when you listen to it over and over and over and over again that it becomes a belief. So it's not as if you heard it once that it will become your reality. It does take a while. Okay, any other comments here? And people listening to the replay, if you can comment and also put some questions in there. And if you can, I'd love to feel the love. So how about some hearts and some likes? And if you feel that this will benefit someone that you know, if you would share it with them as well, that would be really amazing to spread the word and empower people. What you want to do to find out what your beliefs and thoughts are is to really go within. So I know that there's a few people listening here that do this on a regular basis. To listen to your higher power, listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, listen to the force that's within you, and uncover what you want in your life. Because even if you're hearing all of the chaos and all the mumbo jumbo that's out there and all the distractive thoughts and beliefs, what do you really want? What do you really believe? And so the important thing there is to go within. So does anybody have anything they want to share with what what works for them in going within. You know, I know myself, I start my day, I've been really working on mindfulness over the last few years, and I start my day just on me. I don't allow anything else in. Even my dog, I don't give attention to my dog. I just really go within, and it's all about me and my time. You know, it's the time for me. And that is my mindfulness in the morning, is to really think about my day and set my intention. And after I set my intention, I do my meditation, and I focus on my meditation. And then I go into my next phase, which is to really take care of me. It could be that I'm doing stretch, or I'm doing, you know, some yoga poses, or I'm doing a rebound, or I'm taking my supplements. But I have a ritual that I create, and it's all about me. So I know what I want and what works for me. So Kim, let's see what you're saying here. I find it easy to go within while swimming or running. Oh, that's right. You do that really well when you get into the zone and you listen to the voice inside. Yeah, Kim is a swimmer. She's been swimming every day in the ocean for I don't even know how many years. And so that becomes very tranquil and becomes very meditative, I'm guessing, for you as well. So thanks for sharing that technique. But, you know, I love to sit in nature, and I live in Chicago, so I don't get to do that every day of the year. But this time of year, I feel so driven to go in nature. It drives me every day. I have to go in nature. I have to sit in nature and connect. And when I do, I just pack my bag for the day, and I have so many great ideas for business. You know, it's not like I'm wasting time there. I actually am more creative. I have more ideas flowing because I'm connecting to nature. I'm connecting to the universe. And so I'm just getting everything from, you know, my higher power, and it just really works for me. 17 years. Wow. 17 years swimming. Congratulations. And you've been doing it probably mostly every day. And that's why you're going within and getting these great ideas and inspiration from that. So really, whatever works for you, go within. It's important to do that. And the final thing is that really you've got to choose happiness. It is a choice. I got this great book years and years ago called Choosing Happiness. And it was just a beautiful book. And it was about how to be happy, and the fact that you have to intentionally and deliberately choose happiness every day of your life. So what I would like to share with you is do something every day that brings you happiness. I'm not talking just contentment, just pleasure. I mean over the top happiness. Whatever that is to you, do something every day that brings you happiness, and find ways that things that you do become happy for you. So it's a technique. It's a different exercise that I've been taught from one of my mentors, and it's find the good, find the gold. Is that regardless of what you're doing, regardless of what happens to you, regardless of the experience that you have, if you say that it didn't get the right consequence for you, it had a negative experience for you, can you find the gold? Can you find the silver lining inside? Can you find the rainbow? Can you find the pot of gold? Can you find something that you learned from that experience so that you still are happy? It doesn't devastate you. You know, when you let go of the emotional attachment, you lighten up, and then you see life as things are working for you. Things don't happen to you, but it's working for you, for your betterment. You know, you're learning a lesson perhaps, or maybe something better is coming along the way. Or in that experience, you meet somebody who then becomes a business person for you. I mean, a client for you, or it becomes a mentor for you, and you learn something, and this experience becomes better for you because of it. So if you just change your thinking to find the good, find the gold, and then when you do that, you're going to create more happiness for yourself, because happiness is a choice. You know, I really recommend that you speak the truth of what the universe is for you, the potential of it, and that you don't say the reality of I feel sick or I don't feel good, you know, cancel, because You don't want that to become your reality. And that is the reality. You know, you become what you think about most of the time. And what you think about, you bring about. And so you really do want to be aware of where your thoughts are by creating what you want. So find the good, find the gold, and choose happiness every day. So those are some of my solutions, and I'll just kind of recap them for you. Is, you know, first, really think about emotional clearing. There's lots of different techniques out there that do emotional clearing. Some work different, you know, than others. Some probably are more effective than others, work in different ways. So you have to research it, really research that. That's a good thing to do. I certainly would be more than happy to work with people in my coaching program where we do a lot of clearing to work on your mindset. The second thing is reprogram your brain. This is important for you to do. And actually, let me spend a little bit more time on this, is reprogram your brain by putting in positive. So feed your brain, just like you would your body, nutrition, feed your brain good nutrition, which would be books. You know, here's one of my favorite books, As a Man Thinketh, for thinking. This is a spiritual book. It's an amazing book by James Allen. This is a good book you could read. Another good book to feed your mind is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Absolutely phenomenal book. Another book for business-minded people is See You at the Top by Zig Ziglar. Everybody knows Zig Ziglar. These are just a few of my books. Ask and It Is Given is a really powerful book as well. Let's Espen. White paper, bluing pen. Yes, Espen. Oh, writing is helping a lot. Things to be grateful. Ideas. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Your dreams and your goals. And have a gratitude journal. That's a great tip. Gratitude journal. Write down your dreams, your aspirations. When you connect, write it down. Blue ink, white paper. It's magical for the brain. Thank you for sharing that, Espen. So you want to reprogram your brain and feed it the right nutrition, which is positive books, positive audios. There's great audios. You can go to YouTube. There's so many different things you can listen to. You know, Marianne Williamson, Michael Beckwith. You can go to Abraham Hicks. There's just so many great audios there. So you could feed your mind. And that's what you want to do, is have them in your car, have them in your home, have them accessible to you. So you're feeding yourself, because you become what you think about most of the time. What are you feeding most of the time? If you're listening to negative conversations, that's what you're feeding your mind. So again, you want to reprogram your brain and be in charge. And the other exercise is find the gold, find the good, and choose happiness. Do something every day that makes you happy. And the other one is that it's your choice. Use your free will. Know that it is always up to you. It's your choices. Make decisions. Make decisions quickly. You know, it just doesn't have to be a perfect decision, because everything is perfect. You don't have to wait. So make a decision and take action right away. And that'll make you happy, because you are meant to release the greatness and share your gifts in the world. So start doing that. Live your aspirations so you can be truly happy. So the call to action here is, how can I help you? Well, first thing is, I'm going to put a link in here so that you can receive the 3-part series, because tomorrow I'm doing part 3. But if you missed part 1, you can click onto the link and you can register, and you can get the part 3 series for wiping out the negative. You can get that. The other thing is if you would like to be coached and you are like done with what's going on in your life and you want to take some positive action, start releasing the blocks, uncovering what you really want in your life, get clear aspirations, set your goals and make it happen, then sign up for a discovery session. Because I'll tell you one thing, the coaching program will change your life. So sign up for that. There will be a link there as well. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow for part 3. We're going to continue on and focus on you with more great tips so that you can be in charge of your life. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you so much for being here. And replayers, thank you for being here. And thank you for your support and your interest. And again, I do check all the time. So if you have any questions whatsoever, just write it down and I will respond to you and get back with you. So again, everybody, have a great night and stay positive, everybody. Bye.